Okay, I'm with Lee Hook after Dover's 5-0 friendly defeat against Dagenham. Lee, what did you make of the team's performance today?
Well, typical pre-season friendly. It was a good run out for all the lads. 23 players involved, so 2 different teams. So just about getting your legs at this stage, gearing up for 6 weeks' time, basically. So obviously the result wasn't what we'd hoped for, but end of the day, like I say, 6 weeks' time is what we're aiming for.
You only conceded one today. you no stopping it, was there?
Well, no. It takes a shot like that to score against me. You know what I mean, top corner. But no, at the end of the day, it's nice to get out and play 25 minutes, 30 minutes with the lads again. So I'm to get a few more games during pre-season.
I was going to say, I take you hope to start a few more games.
Yeah, in the day, obviously Mitch will be starting the season in goals number 1 and that, which is to be expected. But in the day, I hope to get a few more half games under my belt before the season starts, just get myself fit and ready if needed.
Can you challenge Mitchell for the number 1 spot?
Obviously, I'd like to think so. End of the day, if I get a chance to play and I do all right, then I'd like to keep my place. But end of the day, like I said, Mitch is a top class keeper at this level and that, and I'll try and help him as much as I can. So end of the day, England's the international, isn't he? So end of the day, it speaks for itself.
I'm here with Craig Stone following Dover's 5-0 friendly defeat against Dagenham. Craig, was that a good workout for you?
Yeah, I mean it was tough, obviously, as we expected. There are a couple of leagues above us, but you know that's what pre-season is all about. It's our first game of pre-season, so the fitness side of things is key at the moment. You know, more than sort of team shape and organisation. You know, we'll get that as the time goes on. But first of all, we need our fitness, so it was good.
And I know you've been used to playing right back recently, but today you were in central midfield. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that's what I prefer to play, to be honest. If I got the option out of the two. And I felt as comfortable as I would do it right back. You know, I enjoy both positions, and you know I know I can do a job in both in there. So yeah, I really enjoy playing centre field. That's hopefully where I'll look at be playing this season. So no, it was good.
How's the first week of the pre-season been so far?
It's been tough, as you can imagine. It always is tough. First time of pre-season, you know, no one looks forward to it. But it hasn't been silly. You know, it's been sensible in terms where we felt fresh for the next session, which is good. So our legs are not sort of taking a battering, but the first week of pre-season is always difficult, but it's also, we've got a lot out of it, so it's been good.
And all the lads have settled in and got to know each other well so far?
Yeah, I mean obviously football's a small circle, so we know a lot of each other anyway. We come across each other many times, but we've got a decent change room in there. I'm looking forward to it in that sense. The lads are good. We all want the same sort of thing. Chris knows that's what he's after, and he's brought that in, to be fair. And we have got a decent change room already.
And you're captain today. Do you think you can keep the armband?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. It'd be great to be captain. That's also something that I'd really relish, and hopefully it will continue. Obviously that's Chris's choice, but being captain today was nice, and I feel I could do that role well as well.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Ricky Modeste following Dover's 5-0 friendly defeat against Dagenham. Ricky, you signed a new contract recently. What made you decide to stay on?
Obviously I got on with the manager from when he come in, and obviously he said that he wanted to rebuild the squad, because obviously we lost a lot of players, and the players that he was getting in, I thought we could build a good enough squad, so I still wanted to be a part of it. Obviously the fans are great, and last year we had a good run, so I didn't want to just leave it at that. We got to the final, so just want to move on from there really.
And what's your personal expectation for the season?
Well, as I said, we've got to be pushing to win the league, because obviously Dover's a big club. The fans are always behind us, and the new players that we've got coming in, obviously looking good. Obviously even though we lost 5-0 today, it's the first game we've played together. It's my first. I only had one training session as well, so it was really just to get our fitness and get to know how each other play, and then as the season goes on, obviously we'll work together on that.
Have you got a goal target for the season?
Yeah, to be fair, I want to beat what I did last year. I was looking for 10 goals this season. That'd be good for me. But obviously, if I'm not scoring, I always want to make sure I'm assisting and doing my part for the team as well.
Excellent. And how do you feel fitness-wise?
To be fair, I was blowing after the first 5 minutes, but it's obviously something to work on. Obviously, when I get into more sessions in me and do a couple of fitness tests, obviously I'll be back up and running again. So yeah, looking forward to the season.
Chris, the team were a bit rusty today, but I suppose at this stage of the season, it doesn't really matter.
No, it didn't matter at all. As I say, probably we'd only had 3 training sessions, and they were quite hard as well. There was a lot of bounding in that, and their legs were stiff on Tuesday and Thursday. Ideally, we wouldn't have really played someone like Dagenham. Their season starts on August the 3rd. They've been training full time for a number of weeks. So really, we want to hide into nothing. But we thought, supporters would want to come and see some new lads, some new faces, and as I say, ideally they're not the ideal side to play, but I just wanted the new lads to be able to see the club, see what the pitch is. This is where we're going to try and make a fortress, and just get them used to being here and playing here.
You had lots of trialists today. Did anyone stand out for you?
No, I don't think anyone did their chances any harm, to be honest, because as I said before, they're fit and nearly ready to go, and a lot of their players played as one team last year, aren't they? I mean, if it had been a second division game, the way they started, their side, or went for about, was it 60 minutes or whatever, was probably a side that possibly they could have started in the league, Division 2. So no one did any harm, but it's hard. I can't really judge them on that. Because, as I say, the 3 sessions and they were leg weary, steaming hot day, it's probably the worst thing that could have happened. But there was no one that didn't do themselves any favours.
And will all the trialists be staying for a longer period and playing more games?
Again, it's Saturday. It's about an hour after the game. It's difficult to think that we've got to sit down over the weekend and Monday and have a think about what we're doing.
Richard Orlu played today, and I saw an article recently that you were interested in signing him. Is he on trial or is he actually signed?
Well, again, like everybody, we're just having a look, really. I mean, he wants to come and sign here. Like all of them, though, they wouldn't be here. They'd like to sign here. The chairman's been away anyway, so he'll be back after the weekend. So again, we'll sit down and see what we do.
And are you close to signing any other players at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, you're always on the lookout. As I say, I've been on the phone continuously, and then obviously it all depends who comes in. There's no rush. I mean, I think it's 6 weeks today, isn't it? The season starts, which is quite a long way away in some respects. So there's no need to rush into things, But again, we need to sort of because it is rebuilding a whole side practically by the looks of things there, a very young side. So we need to get ourselves organised as soon as possible. But as I say, again, we'll have to wait and see.
A lot of work to do fitness-wise then between now and the start of the season.
Well, it's as normal. I mean, as I say, it was a bit unfair for the lads, really. As I say, we trained quite hard last Saturday. Tuesday we were doing bounds, and they were really stiff on Tuesday and Thursday. So possibly we should have maybe played a lower league side, a league below us, or 2 leagues below us, just to get cobwebs out. But when Dagenham said they wanted to come down and play us, a league club, 450 came. So it was nice to show players that are having a look, and we're having a look at that. It's a good club. The pitch looked really good to us. I know it'll get better. The ground looks lovely. So but that's we're where we expected to be, really. But again, you can turn it the other way round and say, well, that's how fit you've got to get. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 got a shot, but they thought they'd done a lot in the summer during the close season, and they thought they were fit. But playing the game is 2 different things, and that's the first game, and you just need to blow, and that's why most sides play lower league sides. But again, as I say, we didn't want not to play Dagenham.
Now, with 1 week of training done now, what's it been like? Is it all about the running? Do you get the balls out at this stage? How does it work?
A mixture of both, really. It's just about of getting fitness, again, match practice. It's general body conditioning. Everyone getting their head focused that the season is there, and on August the 17th we hopefully will hit the ground running.
I thought Sean Raggett played really well today. Has he got more chance of first team football this season?
I thought he did. Yeah, he did all right. Again, he's only a very young lad, isn't he? He's 19, 20. Harrington's only 19, 20, isn't he? Lloyd. I mean, it was nice to see Pilcher, 17-year-old. I thought he did all right, but again, he tired probably quicker than most, even though because he's only 17 and the training sessions have been hard, especially on a 17-year-old. But he's a good little player, isn't he? So again, the lads, I don't care what age they are, really, as long as they can fit into the side, and those young lads, hopefully we'll bring them through.
And where was Chris Sessignon today?
Well, we're not sure what's going on with him, to be fair, at the moment. We just have to wait and see.
Barry Cogan signed today, is that the case?
He didn't today, but he will be signing. Again, it was because of his shoulder. I mean, as you saw, he was running really hard. and on Thursday he did extra as well. We had a little practice game after the running and the fast feet exercises and that. But obviously he'll be okay to play. I mean, we possibly could have stuck him in today, but it's pointless really. The idea is to get him fully fit for the start of the season.
And of course, your son, Chris Kinnear Jr., played today. How do you think he did?
Yeah, it's all right. As I say, again, it was just everyone playing. It was just getting 22 players there. Really, we had 22 players there, and so it's not. We're not getting despondent about it. 5-0 possibly will look bad, but I think if you look at a lot of results, I think we lost 5 today, and it's a bit early for us in the conference. A lot of these league clubs are a long way in front of us at this stage. I'd like to play Dagenham, in the week before the season start, when we're nearly as fit as what we should be. So, but yeah, that's not to be. So we just got to use this as it was a training session really. 45 minutes out there was really scorching. It was hot for the supporters watching, wasn't it?
Any chance of like a father and son sort of season, and he'll be signing?
Well, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I've not even considered that. The idea was just to get 22 here, and we'll see how it goes.
And next week's game against Kingstonian, did you expect that to be a more even match?
Yeah, I mean, the idea was to be the first one really, and again that'll mean we've got 2 weeks training. It'll be more like the games that we'll be playing every week as well. I mean, they're a decent side. I've played against them the last couple of years, and they've got some good players, and it's a well-run club, and they're playing at Wimbledon's old ground, aren't they? So it's a good club, so it should be an interesting game. But again, we are 6 weeks away, or we'll be 5 weeks away, and we've still got a sort of work to do. You don't get promoted by winning all your pre-season games. What you do is learn. I mean, probably the main thing we learned today is that Nathan Elder probably win every header, won't he, or most headers, and Bakari will be able to get in behind people. So on saying that, it's worked for us on the fitness side.
So those 2 strikers you mentioned, they'll certainly cause some opposition defenders some trouble, some problems this season, won't they?
I think they will. I mean, again, early on, till like everybody, their legs started to get heavy from the training. So we just got to get the ball there, but we'll see how that goes.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Chris.